My ex let my abusive parents into my home, so I had him arrested. My controlling ex-boyfriend secretly invited my estranged parents to my home without my consent, leading me to end our relationship. His subsequent stalking and harassment forced me to secure a restraining order and have him arrested. When I first met my boyfriend, Mark, I confided in him about my traumatic family history, detailing the cruelty of my parents and how, as an 18th birthday gift, my mother kicked me out of the house. Initially, Mark seemed empathetic and inquired about my current relationship with my parents. When I explained that I had cut all ties with them, his expression turned to one of disapproval. Soon after, he began urging me to reconnect with them, persistently asking me to do it for him, week after week. To top it all off, I discovered he had been secretly communicating with my father. When I confronted him, he acted as though he had done nothing wrong. Mark claimed my father was a changed man, a good person now, and that I'd be heartless not to give him another chance. I was furious, nearly ending things with him right then, but he swore he'd never mention my family again. I regret trusting him because, less than a month later, I came home to find my parents in my house. Fear gripped me and I turned to leave, but Mark blocked the doorway. He insisted I needed to listen to my parents, but before he could finish, I lashed out, scratching at him and kicking him in the groin. He crumpled to the floor and I fled. I jumped into my car and drove off, but moments later, Mark began calling me. I ignored the first few calls, too shaken to deal with him, but after a dozen missed calls, I pulled over, hands trembling, and answered. His voice sounded remorseful, almost pleading. He apologized, saying he never meant to hurt me, that he only wanted to help. He believed reconciling with my parents would benefit me in the long run. I was livid, angrier than I'd ever been, but a small part of me wanted to believe he meant well. I told him I needed space, and he agreed. For a few days, we didn't speak. Eventually, Mark texted relentlessly, begging to meet in person to explain himself. He said he couldn't let our relationship end without clarifying his actions. I was hesitant, unsure if I could face him after everything, but part of me craved closure, or perhaps an explanation that would make sense of his betrayal. We met at a quiet park near my apartment, where only a few dog walkers and joggers passed by. We sat on a secluded bench, and Mark looked exhausted, his usually neat hair disheveled, his once comforting eyes now heavy with guilt. He began with a soft apology, his voice cautious, as if he feared scaring me away. "I'm so sorry," he said, staring at the ground. "I never wanted to cause you pain." I stayed silent, arms crossed, unwilling to let him off easily. He needed to explain fully. Mark ran a hand through his hair and sighed. "I know I crossed a line," he admitted. "I see that now, but you have to understand I wasn't trying to betray you. I've seen how your past weighs on you and it breaks my heart. I thought I could help you heal. That's why I contacted your dad," he continued. "I thought if I could show you people can change, that your parents might be different now, you could let go of some of that pain." I can't share the full story here, but you can click the link below to watch the complete story on the channel. Please like and subscribe to the channel for more real stories.